Hi everyone, I'm Chris Wilson, and today we're going to be talking about a fascinating new artificial intelligence language model named Bloom that has been advancing the field of artificial intelligence while being open sourced. First, let's get into what an artificial intelligence language model even is. The first step in making a language model is to gather a ton of information to be fed into the computer so that it learns from it. This may include random articles, books, or pretty much anything. From these texts, the AI, using very large and fancy computers, learns about the text and how to understand it. It is a super advanced and interesting field of study that so many large tech companies have gotten in on. For example, Google and OpenAI each have their own natural language processing models that they've poured billions of dollars into, and they are utilized as translators and chatbots for their huge client base. I'm willing to bet that you've already interacted with one of these natural language models today. So what's the difference between Bloom and these big tech companies? Bloom is simply safer. When we go back to the fact that the computers that create the AI are fed texts, it matters what text is given to the computer to learn from. Very similar to watching out for what exactly you teach a child, for example, artificial intelligence models are very prone to absorbing incorrect or biased information. Because theoretically, you could just tell a computer to read through the billions and billions of texts on Twitter and learn from that. However, I think we can imagine how messy of an AI that would create. Bloom's team addresses this by employing ethicists to handpick text for the AI to learn from. In addition, Bloom releases exactly what is handed to the AI to learn. This greatly differs from big tech because while we can't assume that they are feeding their models bad information, they are a private company, so we can't hold them accountable for what they use. They just have their researchers up in Silicon Valley doing who knows what to make their AI. Finally, let's get into the most fun part about Bloom. It's free to use. Its code is available on GitHub, but we are able to test it out using a website called Hugging Face. Alright, here we are on huggingface.com. You can see Bloom is hosted here. What you can do is you can choose your language, and then you can go over to the grammar corrector. And here it already gives you an example. You can just run that and Bloom does its work. But we're going to choose our own example. We can delete this and write in whatever we want. So we can say, just for an example, English is unfun. Bad grammar, right? But then if we go corrected English, press that, English is fun. So there it corrects it for us. Does a little bit of extra stuff. Not sure what that is, but here you can see it does correct the English to what it should be. And now, just for fun, what if we remove the prompt though, so we don't ask for the good grammar? And we just press that. Well, you can see the ethics of Bloom here is working. It says English is funky with it. They borrowed all these words from us, and now they morph them to fit them too. Just curious, what does it go? Yeah, you can just keep pressing this little button down here, and it keeps generating new Bloom sentences. That's the AI and just the brain of it working, which is really interesting. And the fact that this is all open is really cool to test out for anyone. The same program I'm using can also be used for other, more serious applications. For example, Bloom is able to sift through historical texts for information faster than humans. That's all for now though. Thanks for listening, and remember, if you're interested in playing around with Bloom, it is available on huggingface.com. Thank you for watching.